what do you basically do as a virtual assistant? Yeah, let's start off, Hapo.
Okay, so first of all, my name is Celine. For those who don't know me, I can see you have around 32 individuals here. So,
Yeah,
like I'll speak more in English. That's how I
it's
express
okay.
myself better. So, yeah. So, my name is Celine. I go by the competent VA all over my, like my socials. And I have been a virtual assistant for 3 years now. I work, I do social media management and marketing. Under admin, I do email management. I also do I've divided my services into two. That is mostly social media marketing and management and admin support. So under admin support, I have so many things that I do. So, of course, we all know that admin entails a lot of things, and it can be from as simple as typing to as complicated as creating newsletters. So, it's a whole lot of it. So, that is what I do as a virtual assistant. That's what I've been doing for the last 3 years. This is actually my third year. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I told you. The next question, how has it been for you these 3 years working online, doing all that? Are there any challenges that you've like been facing and how you like overcome them or something? Yeah, I think there's someone over there who wants to like know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to be honest, in every kind of job that you do, whether it can be a physical job, it can be an online job, I wouldn't want to come here and lie to people that there are no challenges. Of course, there are so many challenges. So, for me, I had, a bit of lots of challenges, especially when I was starting my career as a virtual assistant, because at that time, so many people didn't know about it, especially here in Kenya. And the people who knew about it, it's like they were already doing something like a job, and then they got kids and decided now to work from home and branded themselves as virtual assistants. So for me, when I was starting out, it's like I was among the only people, especially now in Kenya, and among the only people starting this. So it was kind of a challenge because I had this dream of becoming a virtual assistant, and I didn't have anyone to ask, like, how do I go about this? I didn't have kind of like someone to look up to, more of a mentor. Yeah. So it
Yeah.
was really hard for me, and I decided, it got to a point where I was like, I'm just dreaming. This thing is not, it can't work. And I decided, you know what? At a certain point, I wanted to quit. But I was like, no, there's no way I'm quitting this. And to be honest, looking back, I'm so grateful because I didn't give up when it comes to challenges. Because now, when it comes to challenges, the main challenges that I encountered is where can I source clients? Who can I work with? What can I do? What do I need to have even before looking for clients? And yeah, yeah. There's also a crazy thing that I'd want to share. So when I was approaching my clients, I would just tell them, you know what? Um, why are you laughing?
I mean, it just says that it's crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the crazy part.
Oh, yeah. So the crazy part is that I had a Kenyan mindset. Let me just say, I'm a Kenyan. I'm a proud Kenyan. We're all Kenyans. I'm so proud of that. So I had
I get you.
A Kenyan mindset. Me, I'll just approach this client na nitaenda nimwambie, si unajua mi najua kufanya hii job, so just niamini tu nitafanya hii job. That is the mindset that I had. Can you imagine? And here I was expecting to get, to convince these clients to hire me. So for me, I was going to them just wanting them to trust me, but I realized that is not how you approach clients. I was, like I was so naive in this field. So you can imagine me coming to you, you run your own business, you've been, let's say you've been running your business for the last 10 years or 5 years, you've been hiring people, and then you get this naive girl telling you, you know what, Iris, I need you to hire me because, many will say, that is
Yeah.
also one of the challenges, my major challenge that I had when starting out. Yeah.
Okay. Can you read the comments?
Yeah.
My phone is somehow funny.
Okay. Yeah. So I see someone here asking, and can she explain what is a virtual assistant for those who don't know, and what they need to have to start? So I would share to just make it clear to everyone who is here. I have a course which details about everything. So I will not touch on everything, but I'm going to answer everything that I'm willing to share openly, because I'm
Yeah.
someone who loves sharing info that is very important and can be helpful to individuals. So a virtual assistant, for me, there's so many definitions of who a virtual assistant is, but for me, I usually love simplifying it by giving you an example. So for instance, you are there, you have certain skills, you have specific skills. Let's say you can type, let's say you can maybe design, maybe social media posts, write content or write comments, post stories on behalf of someone else. Number one, I call that you already have the skills, all the skills and the resources. That is a skill that you have as an individual. So what you need to do in order to be named a virtual assistant, you just need to go out there and look for clients who can pay you to offer these services that there's some services that require your skills. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. So a virtual assistant is simply someone who has skills, and then this person goes out there and looks for people who can pay them to offer those skills in exchange for monetary compensation. Yeah. Yeah. And what do you need to have to start? For me, I usually say, every individual, I believe that every person has everything they need within them to start. And it can be as simple as, there's so many people who, for me, I'm like explaining this as I give examples. I hope I won't be able to confuse people.
It's
So
okay.
for
It's okay.
me, yeah, for me, when someone comes to me and they tell me, "Oh, Celine, I don't have anything to offer. I don't know what I can offer," I usually tell them that you're lying to yourself and you're lying to me, because you can. Every person has a skill, and sometimes you may sit down and wonder, can someone pay me to do this? I want to tell everyone that just because it comes so easily to you, it doesn't mean that other people can easily do it. And it can be as simple as posting stories. For instance, me, I do post stories on behalf of my clients. Someone would say, someone is paying you to post stories. It's not because that they can't do it. The thing is that they don't have the time to do it. And there is where, by you as a virtual assistant, you come in and do it. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. So I usually
Yeah.
tell everyone that if you're doubting yourself, that what do I need to start? First of all, you have to sit down and analyze the skills that you have. That is the first starting point that you need. Yeah, look at everything. It can be as simple as typing, maybe doing online research, writing blog posts, graphic design, maybe even something that you learned in school. For me, unfortunately, I don't practice anything that I learned in school. Like, my degree is seated here, it's buried.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We have friends over here.
Yeah, which is a good thing actually. It's always good to go out there and get the info. But for me today, in today's world where technology is continuously advancing, I usually tell all the youngings, or even like the youth, anyone below the age of 40, 50, that is still a young person. You have it within your power to take advantage of this technology in the online space at large. Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing one of my students is here. She's called Lynn, and she's told me, "Hey, see," and I'm like, "Yes, that is one of my students actually, and I love her so much." She recently just finished the course, and yeah, she's off to a good start. Yeah.
Thank you, Celine. So, guys, ningependa you guys to like ask questions. Uh, Anything revolving around you starting a virtual assistant business, her course, and all that. I actually see only comments. I don't know why. So if
Okay,
there's
I'm going to.
anything relevant, unaweza tu
Yeah.
soma.
Okay, so there's someone here asking, where does one source the clients? So that's a very good question, but I would say that since we're in the online, I'm not going to answer this question like in detail because I've really explained it in detail in the module 3 of my course. So where do you source your clients? The fact that you are working in the online space, then you have to utilize the online space to get clients. That's as far as I can say when it comes to getting clients, to be honest. Yeah. So there's someone who is asking, and how do you approach them? Like, she's in reference to the clients, how do you approach them? So I would say that it mostly depends on your personality as an individual, and you have to have a strategy when you approach before approaching your clients. But there are also very important things that you need to have before approaching your clients. Again, I go into detail about that. I'm really sorry. It's not that I don't want to share info, but I feel that I've explained it so well, especially in module 2, when it comes to the things you need to have before approaching your clients. But one thing I would say that you have to be professional, to be serious, to appear serious in front of your clients. Don't be like me, the way I used to go to clients and tell them, you know what, I can do this. Huh? I can do this. Just trust me. No, you need to appear very professional when you're going to approach your clients, and you need to understand who you are. You need to understand what you're bringing to the table, I would say. Yeah. The question is that what are you bringing to the table? The fact is that the client can still live without you, but you want to close a sale. So you have to be very creative to understand what you're bringing to the table to your client so that you can close that sale. Yeah. And someone is asking here, is VA the same as SMM? I would say that I usually like to think of the name virtual assistant as an umbrella, in the sense that you can be an article writer or you can be a blog writer, but you brand yourself as a virtual assistant. So an SMM, you can decide to call yourself a virtual assistant, but under that, you know that you're doing social media management and marketing. So I would say that a virtual assistant is literally someone who offers services online. Let's even call you a virtual assistant, actually. The writing accountant.
Yeah.
You call the writing account. Yeah. He's saying, yay, I found you powerful women again. Oh, I'm so glad. This is Wanjiku. I've seen her severally. Like, she has really interacted with my content, and I've seen her severally. So I'm just waiting for that text from her. Wanjiku Midamo 69. She's calling herself Wanjiku Midamo 69. I'm just
Oh,
waiting for her
Wanjiko.
to. Yeah, she's really like
Wanjiko is
followed my
actually
content.
yeah, she's a very good friend of mine. I think she's
Mm-hmm.
also in the same space as you, so
Oh.
she should
Mm-hmm.
actually look for you. Someone is
Yeah, I think.
sending. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wanjiko, you should look for her. Look for her akufunze. Was it?
So there's also someone saying, please inform us about your class. So that is a very good question, and I'm always, of course, I'm free to inform you about my class. So I would say that. Let me just talk about my virtual assistant course. So the thing is that I usually say that it's always important to learn from someone who's a bit, I'm not yet there, but I would say that to when it comes to most aspiring virtual assistants, I think that I'm a few steps ahead of them. And for me, I usually say that it's always good to learn from someone who is at least a few steps ahead of you, or someone who is already there where you'd like to be. So when it comes to my course, I crafted it. I literally sat down and crafted it solely from my experience. I don't think that when I was writing down my course and preparing everything, I don't remember a time when I went to the internet to do my research. No, it was kind of like I'm writing my journey on these pages, like summarizing a 2 to 3 year um, journey in a few, like a 21 PowerPoint slides. So I was like, I sat down, crafted that, and I was like, now it's time for it to roll out. So you'd find that every individual has different learning paces, and it's all allowed. There's some people who learn faster, there's some people who are slow learners, which is still okay. So because of this, what I did, I decided to come up with pre-recorded videos where I teach. There's module 1, I also teach module 2, also teach module 3. And the good thing is that I also have freebies, but I've included it as module 4. So yeah, in my course. So once someone signs up, I have a website. You can access it by looking at my profile and clicking that link over there. And when you go there, you just you sort of like create an account. Like, let's say my name xyz@gmail.com, and then I put a password. And then after that, you buy the course. By buying the course, it will just direct you, send a payment to M-Pesa. And once the payment has been received, you automatically get enrolled to the class, and you have access to the course modules. Yeah. So my class is very easy. Module 1, I think you'll take around 30 minutes. Module 2, which is a little bit more comprehensive, it might take you 50 minutes. And then module 3, where I talk about getting clients and just give people a picture of, the money aspect, because that's what everyone wants to see. Yeah, the money aspect in module 3, that will take you about at least, again, around 45 minutes. And now the major work is now on your hand, because for us, after every module, I give you kind of assignments, not really assignments, but practically like you're setting up your business when you complete all those tasks that I've given you. Yeah. Yeah. So that is that. Someone is asking, the same person, in terms of payment and how the classes are conducted. Okay, so the mode of the classes is that once you are able to enroll as a member in my website, you can be able to access the classes at any time. You can, if you don't want to listen to module 1, you can start with module 2, module 3, or there's some people
Yeah.
who learn differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of payment is 5,000 shillings. And to be honest, I think by next year I'm going to be raising these rates, because I'm giving top-notch info. And when you look at my course, I think earlier this year I enrolled to a course that was around $700. So you can see that for me, I'm offering a course at $50, and there are people offering the same course at around $700. Which at first I used to think that maybe investing in this course in these courses wasn't really worth it. But to be honest, since I enrolled in this first major purchase, actually it was in January this year, I was like, that course really changed my perspective, and it has really helped me. And the good thing is that I have access to it for the rest of the year. So I usually tell people, if you want to make money, when you have the mindset to make money, then don't be afraid to use money to be able to get to that point. Sometimes, like in this life, sometimes tuko na time na hatuna do. So what do? We use our time to get the money. Sometimes tuko na do but hatuna time. So we use our
Yeah.
money to get back our time. For instance, for me, right now, I think I've had someone to be able to take care of my current Instagram business page. So it's not that I can't do it. Yes, I can do it, but it's because I don't have the time to do it. So I usually tell people, sometimes it's always good to invest not only your money, but also your time, and also have that willingness to learn. Yeah. So someone here asked, do you help your students get their first clients? I would say that, to be honest, if I would be able to get each and every one of my students a client, I would gladly do that. But I am confident enough because the info that I provide you, how I direct you on how to go about getting clients, with that info, if you implement it and you implement it the way I've taught it, trust you me, you're going to have a client within the next few weeks or even a few months, I would say. Recently, there's this student of mine. She was like, you know what, Celine, I have done this course. I am done. I'm going to implement, like, I'm going to now start looking for clients. And I was like, just go for it. Because sometimes as human beings, we always just need that push. And when she approached this client, I think I've even posted a video of that screenshot
Yeah.
in my on my page. Yeah, so she was like, I told the client wanted me to do this and this and this, and then I told her $800, and the client was like, wait a minute, that is too low, I'm hiring you ASAP. But this student of mine was so shocked because she was like, Celine, how can I get like $800 from this one client? So what if I work hard and get another, a second one and a third one? I'll be financially okay. And I was like, yeah, you're doing great. I'm actually happy for you because you implemented what I taught in class. You'd find that there's also some of my students who would come and say, oh, Celine is a scam. But I don't think any of my students so far can do that. But you'd find that maybe someone else has a different perspective. Or Celine is lying to individuals. You can't work from home and make decent money. But the thing is that most people some people take the info that they've been taught, they take it personally, and that is where the difference comes in. They have a wealthy mindset in the sense that hata kama wakipata the client, it's well and good. Wasipopata the client, they're going to continue looking for them without giving up. And that is what I would say it has imenifikisha hadi hapa, because if it were giving up, I would have given up from the get-go, but I didn't. Yeah. Also, someone is commenting here, if you spoon feed people with clients, they will never appreciate their businesses and the hardships you're going through. Help.
Very true.
Yeah, so it's true. By the way, you can't spoon feed people. Me, as someone who's like, kind of like, I usually like calling myself a mentor to my students, because whenever they have questions, they can always come and answer me. If I spoon feed them, then they won't be able to appreciate the hardships, some of the hardships, some of the challenges. At times, mimi kuna time wanalia, like, I would just sit down and cry, because I'm like, this client promised me that she's going to hire me, and then now sasa hani hire, why? Yeah. But the thing is that through those hardships, you'll be able, when you wipe those tears, you'll be able to sit down and say, by the way, this client didn't hire me because I wasn't good enough in creating, let's say, good emails or good newsletters, or I didn't have this and this skill. So once you understand this info, you go out there, unajituma, unaenda kulearn. And me wanasema, most of these things you learn on kwa YouTube. By the way, I would say that yes, I do have a degree. It's actually seated here in my desk, but I have enrolled to another university, and that is the University of YouTube. I would say, and imagine it's a free resource that everyone has
Yeah.
access to. Yeah. So whatever you do with the info that you've been provided, that is what matters. Some people will pay and receive this info and sit on it, but some people will pay, receive this info, act on it, and see results. That is where the difference comes in. Yeah. I don't know if I can scroll and see.
Yeah, you can. You can. I think you can scroll.
Yeah. Someone is asking me, if I enroll as a member, how long will I take before getting a client? She's called Lizzie, and I would like to tell you, Lizzie, the thing is that now that one depends on you. You can get this info and decide to act on it immediately, or you can get this info and decide to sit on it. So how long you get a client, how long it takes you to get a client actually really depends on you entirely. It does not have anything to do with me, but it has everything to do with you as an individual and someone who really wants to get to a certain point, or maybe meet a certain financial expectation, monthly expectations. Yeah. There's someone who asked me also about my virtual assistant course, and I don't know if she's called Sokari. So I don't know if it's a he or a she. Please forgive me if you're not the one. But if you're not male or female, I'm just saying. So
Okay.
Aliuliza, yeah, Aliuliza, how much is the course and how long? and how is the payment made, installments ama. So now that one, it depends, because I was also seeing there's some people who really want to do this course, and I think like it's time for me to open up paying in installments. Juu sometimes mtu anaona like 5k, by the way, pengine ame struggle kusave, and then like haezi tuma yote. We are humans, by the way.
Yeah, it's
You know,
true.
sometimes you have uko na ile door, but you really don't want to get it out, all of it. So I'm thinking of thanks for bringing that up. I think that I'm going to kind of talk to my IT guy and see how we can organize payment in installments, if it's something that will help as many people enroll. Because for me, at the end of the day, to be honest, when it comes to the course, my main aim is to get this info out there to as many people as possible, because you realize, and I guess you can correct me if I'm wrong, or you can add to this point, you realize that there's so many graduates nowadays, to be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah,
so many of them. But we've tried the job spaces, and to be honest,
yeah,
sometimes haiko,
yeah,
it's not there, and
yeah.
it's nothing, we don't have control over that, because you'd find that kuna bado wazee wako in the job market. Someone is 60 something na amekaa hapo kwa government office, hataki kutoka. But we as the youths, and we as people who really want to, we have an advantage of the online space. We can take advantage of that. And for me, the main reason of starting this course is to ensure that this info gets to as many people as possible. Mimi hata nikisikia like 5,000 people have had this info, I will be happy. And maybe I find that even 1,000 people had this info and they took action. Imagine, that is I would say that is where I find my happiness. It's not all about, in as much as yes, it might be about your M-Pesa messages, but for me, it's not all about that, because it's a course that I created, and every day I usually pray to God, may this info reach to someone who really needs it. And the thing is that, how badly do you want it? I hope this info just gets to inspire someone. I know there are like 47 people here, and I just hope that hata kama ita inspire everyone, at least inspire one or two people. And for me, that is where I find my happiness. Yeah, my happiness. Yani. Someone is asking, let's go on with this. Pauline asked, like, what do you need apart from skills? I would say that apart from skills, of course, because you're going into the online space, you just need like, you might not have like the best phone, but a good phone is good, and maybe a reliable internet. And nowadays, I think telecom inakwanga na offers poor. So if you can't access like the Safaricom internet or Wi-Fi, you can opt for a cheaper source of internet, which is telecom, and then also just a laptop, because sometimes there's some tasks that you can't do on your phone, to be honest. Mimi nilikwanga na ile ilikuwa inaitwaje, neon kika, you know it, the small ka phone. Yeah, that is what I had before. When I was starting, that is what I had. Yeah.
Ah.
Mm.
Unanikumbusha this. Actually, I think I also had the same phone. It's somewhere lying around. Kanaka hivi. And I used to type na type I find like a blank text
Uh-huh.
and all that I type there na save hapo. And then
Mm-hmm.
I compile them somewhere ndo nitume. Una get.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
guys, it has been a journey.
It has been, yeah. Yeah, it has been a journey, and it's a good journey, to be honest. It's a good journey na mi nafurahi, like the fact that I can get on here and talk to people, and just tell people, give people hope. For me, I would want to tell anyone and everyone here, if you want to start your virtual assistant journey, or any type of an online journey that you'd want to start, I would say that reflect on your reason why. Once you know your reason why, it can be your kids, it can be your current state of employment. Pengine uko employed na hauko happy, ama uko employed and you just find someone who's harassing you. Or it can be that you just finished college, or even form 4, and haujui hata place ya kuanza. The thing is that the online space is for everyone. Imagine hakuna limits. Unaona vinye job unaambiwangwa pengine you'll only talk to these kinds of people, but in the online space you can talk to literally everyone, you can interact with everyone. Okay, so I would like to tell everyone that this is the next big thing. The online space is the next big thing, and you better get onto this space right now when watu hawako overcrowded. Na usikwe na ile mindset ya hao watu wananiambia hii na ni a scam. Hapana. Kuna even people, I've seen someone like Pauline is encouraging people. I've seen her on TikTok, by the way. She is like encouraging people to apply to certain jobs in Thailand. Is it in Thailand? Ama ni wapi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is also a good move. But utapata kuna wase
I'm
pengine.
coming.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just go on. Kuna wase wengine wenye hawawezi, pengine bado hawawezi pata hiyo do ya kuenda huko and all that. So I would say that heri uanze hapa, start with what you have, and then later on endelea na, like, you can always get funds and money to move on to the next thing, or the next dream of your life, or even start that dream business that you have. So yeah, someone is saying that is so inspiring, and someone is saying amazing info I have gained today, which is good. I'm so happy that you've gained this info today. The thing is that yes, you've gained it today. Please, another thing, don't let it go to waste. Put it into action. Hata kama you don't have money to invest in my course, enda online, fanya research zako, fanya research and start from somewhere, because kusema kweli si kila mse ako na do ya kuinvest, which I don't want it to appear that nimekuja hapa ku sell my course. Hapana, mi nimekuja ku encourage kila mse mwenye anataka kuanzisha something. It can be your virtual assistant business or anything really in the online space. Kuna wase wengine I have met, they are so good when it comes to designing graphics. Kuna wase wanajua kufanya online research kabisa. Kuna wase wenye wanajua kuandika hizi mambo ya SEO na copywriting. Kuna wase wanajua how is it called? Kuna wase wanajua where is this word going away? Kuna wase, yani they are so accurate when it comes to data entry jobs. So kama that is you, kama huyo ni wewe, please just go online. If you can't still afford my course right now, it's still okay, but enda online, do your own research, jitume as an individual, and trust you me, you'll sit back like maybe 3 months down the line and thank yourself for taking that chance. Yeah. And being a virtual assistant, I will tell people, mimi sahi niko kwa nyumba. I am, for those who don't know, okay, they don't really know, but I really work out a lot. So every single day, at least I find time to go and work out from around 5 to 6. Sikwangi enyewe, nakuanga gym every single day. Yeah. So yeah. Right. So no, apart from Saturn and Sunday, of course, Saturn and the form Sunday chat and all that. Okay, form in the sense that si ile form wase wanafikiria. Anyway, I'm young and all in there for the fun. So I'd want to say that the advantages of being a virtual assistant is that you get to do what you love. For me, I really love my job. Like every single day, I don't wake up with the mentality at, hey, job 10 as Z. I wake up with the mentality that, hey, today I get to do this. Today I get to create this social media posts. Today I get to create these emails. Like I'm always so excited. I have this habit of waking up at 5 just because I just can't sleep past 5 a.m. So you get to do what you love. You get to work at your own set time. Unajua msi angekuwa job sahi angekuwa like uko live wewe, we'll fire you. So there's also that advantage. Another advantage is that you choose who to work with, in the sense that for me, I've dropped so many people who came in as clients because walikuwa wananipea stress, and mi ni baby girl na siwezi taka hiyo stress yani. So you get to choose who to work with. Another advantage of being a virtual assistant is that you get, if you're a travel enthusiast like me, you can travel to anywhere as long as you have your laptop and your phone. Unaweza travel and work on the go, as long as umeagree na client you're going to submit these tasks at specific times. So that's the advantage of being a virtual assistant, and actually generally just working remotely. Yeah, it's just something that I thought I should share. Yeah.
So thank you so much. And one thing I forgot to ask Celine, your social media handles.
Mm-hmm.
Unaweza
Oh, so
tuambia wenye tukufuate and all that.
so social media handles. I would say that hapo hivyo utapata anything so beneficial because for my Instagram, I have a personal Instagram page huko na post to if you're interested in working out and seeing my life that I rarely
Oh
post.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just Celine at Celine_Musimbi, but I'm not actively looking for followers. Let me just make that clear. And on Facebook, I don't like on Facebook. On Facebook and my Instagram business page, those ones I don't have control over. But apparently, the person who is managing for me, we are very specific because we are only following and allowing followers wenye tuna allow ni those who can be my potential clients. So I was very intentional with that Instagram page, but it's public, so people can always go there and see what I post. It's at the competent VA. The competent_VA. So you can find me on Instagram. But I'm so sorry because like if that person notices that you can't be a potential client, they'll watakutoa from my following list. Now usione vibaya, because that is I was being so intentional with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, umesikia,
Oh,
you can follow her. Okay, maliza tu.
oh, I forgot also something. There's a point umesema just before I answer that question. Penye someone maybe might be surprised na $800. I'm not like downplaying anything, but I want to tell everyone that in the online space, you can make as easy. Me Sahi, like I have a mentor and she makes 10K a month. $10,000 a month, though she's not based in Kenya, she's based in the States. And there's this thing that she did that really inspired me. There was a time she was running a 3-day program, and she just wanted around 15, or was it 15 people? Yeah, she wanted around 15 people, and each person was paying $1,500 for her program. Okay, so in 3 days she was able to make around 22,500 USD, and that is just from running this program. You haven't included what she was doing for her clients. So I'd want to say that $800 or even $300, it's just the starting point. For the online space, you can make as much money as you can, as long as you work smart and not hard. We usema work smart, usiwork hard. Ukiwork hard uchoke na we ni baby boy ama baby girl, sasa utadu.
So yeah, guys,
Yeah.
umesikia Celine, what she like has said, and all that. So follow her, buy her course. Yeah, and I tell you guys, working online, unaweza decide unataka kufanya nini. Unaweza hata like andika ukue VA and all that, and also pia doing this thing helps you to like provide opportunities for others. Juu
Yeah.
tumesikia ye amehire some guys to like help her because everything you can't do alone. Na hizi
Yeah.
vitu ni mingi, hatuwezi maliza peke yetu. The money is a
Imagine.
lot out there. So
Na
yeah, you
clients
can
wako
follow
wengi.
her. Yeah, follow her, DM her. You can talk to her. Do contact zake ziko pale kwa page. Kwa the link on her bio. So talk to her. If maybe unataka kubuy course and you have issues, just talk to her, ataelewa. So allow us to end the live. I will
Yeah.
post this thing on my YouTube.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for having me.